So there are a couple of things you need to remember about bomb making. First thing is there are four components to a bomb. Initiator, which for us will be the patent Mo has supplied. Explosive, which is TATP, and you and I will make that. For power source and switch, we are going to use a cell phone, burners in this case. Can't trace them. Some people say 5 because of a casing, and we are going to make a pretty simple one. I used to use ball bearings in bombs. Some likes to use nails, but I like to use small rocks. In case someone wants to transport one of these things on an airplane, it won't show up. Occasionally, you can use fishing weights, but that gets a little expensive. Go outside, grab some gravel, and toss it over the TATP. I'm going to be honest. I thought it was going to take a longer time to make that, but I guess resources are here for a reason. But even if all those things don't work while put together, you can just throw it and it might blow up.
How?
The core is what we call TATP. I'm not going to bore you with what that all stands for, but trust me when I say that Muslims call it the mother of Satan, because when you throw it hard enough, it can blow up all kinds of shit. You and I are going to make the TATP and all with the stuff you can buy at a hardware store.
Like you asked me to do, gather from the warehouse, put in nondescript containers and label.
Well, welcome. Looks like everyone's here. 7 people signed up for this season, and it looks like there's 7 of us here. I do see some new faces, though. Zeb, Dan, Adam, Andrew, welcome back. And Andrew, maybe you'll speak this year. And Lane, perhaps you'll figure out a way to be a little more polite.
Nigga, I'm always polite.
And try to act less ghetto. You know, Eminem doesn't even use that word.
You're not black, okay? You can't use that word unless you're black, and in case you didn't notice, that company's present.
Listen, motherfucker. Don't try and regulate on me, bitch. I will straight up clown your ass.
Oh, for all the glorious grace of God, please sit down and shut up. You're never polite. But at least this year, maybe you can try to be that. So, looks like we have some new faces in here. Please feel free to speak up. We're all pretty casual, and you know, for the first meeting, we like to have a new person speak. So, would either one of you mind?
Oh, all right.
Good, good.
Hi, I'm Neil. Look, I don't know where to start, so I guess I'll just say I used to be a racist, a big-time racist. Hell, I probably said the N-word more than Lane does. And it wasn't in a jovial way either. I mean, I was always talking about how blacks and Latinos are ruining America, and blacks with their laziness, and Latinos with their gang culture and illegal activity. My father wasn't around much when I was a kid, so I guess I fell into that group. At least that's why I think I did. I mean, plenty of you could probably identify. I just needed someone to steer me in the right direction. Unfortunately, that person for me was the father of one of my best friends. You know, he was really into Confederate Army history and Nazi memorabilia, and I was too young and too dumb to kind of link the two together when I first saw that. I mean, we'd be sitting out there, you know, playing out on the front lawn and stuff, and he'd see a black person just happen to walk by and just shoot them this evil glance. You know, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't know what to think, really. I mean, the way I saw it, I didn't know any black kids, or my mom, you know, she didn't have anything against black folks either, so I just thought he was curious. Then he started yelling stuff like, porch monkey and moon cricket, and of course that one word that I still refuse to say, even though I said it at least 1,000 times over the past 20 years. When I got to middle school, we were sitting around the dining room table, and my mom, she was working, and she always did. And old Winston, that was his name, he says to me, never trust anyone who takes a handout. Never trust a you-know-what. Then he went into this long story about how blacks used to be hard workers, but then, the Democrats gave them handouts and they became lazy and entitled. And then he went into this story about how blacks raped white women. And it was, just to get back at their slave masters for the years of oppression that they experienced before. He had all these books on eugenics and nephrology, and, they seemed so rooted in science that I just started to believe it. And this was North Carolina, okay? There's no shortage of able-bodied races. Not to mention, blacks do have a colloquial way of speaking down there that, to somebody like me makes them sound less intelligent. So I was converted.
So is that it?
No. Started to dress like a skinhead after that. I mean, don't mistake the way I look now for that. I mean, I'm just going bald and I don't want to look ridiculous. Look, all that Klan stuff never really appealed to me, but Hitler did. I knew deep down that it was probably bad, but I just wanted to be bad. And my mother, bless her heart, she didn't really want me to get involved in that, but I always wondered why my father wasn't in the picture, and I guess I blamed her for it. I never thought to ask her why. So I just went on with my life and got a job, met other neo-Nazis, and concealed it from my boss. So one day, my mom invited me over, and I went over. And sitting at the dining room table was this older black woman. I mean, keep in mind, I was 32 years old. I was really entrenched in this neo-Nazi bullshit. All right? The older woman says to me, "Hi, I'm Angela. I'm your grandmother. Your father just passed away."
Damn! So you sitting here trying to be David Duke and shit, and you're quarter black, you got a black grandma, man, you are dumb as fuck.
Why don't you shut the fuck up, Lane? Yeah, that makes me more black than you. Now shut up before I shut you up.
Chill, guys. Chill. Now, how did you know now?
Look at me, motherfucker! Hey, do I look black to you? Would you even guess? Thank you. My mom never told me. And it turned out he was a really good guy. He sent money to us, and I never knew. He always wanted to be with my mom, but it was what her parents would have thought, if they knew. And they would have treated me differently. I don't really remember my grandparents very much, but I know that they were friends with Winston's parents, and they were involved in the KKK and, shit like that. It was a whole family history of racism, and I was just perpetuating it. My mom saw my dad once a week. I wonder why she never got married, but he did. He married somebody else, but he was still in love with my mom. She wouldn't let him see me or me see him. People would know. He was half black, but he looked black. I mean, I'm light enough to pass. Would you guess I'm a quarter black? Come on.
No.
There you go. My mom really took it hard. I think she always kind of hoped that I would become close with his family, but how was I supposed to erase years of hatred that I'd accumulated? So that's what I've been trying to do ever since. I mean, look, I'm not going to put on a dashiki and start watching Tyler Perry movies or some shit, but
I see.
Pretty compelling story. I can understand a lot of it, believe it or not.
Why were you like a Black Panther or something like that?
I understand the resentment and stuff. Easy to fall prey to. I'm stupid, by the way.
So, you're new to the group too, right?
Yeah.
You gonna care to share? Or?
I will when the time comes.
Hope you have an appetite, big guy.
Nah, I'm hungry. I ate too many cookies at the meeting.
You better try after my attempt.
Well,
How was the meeting anyway?
fine. I didn't say much really. We kind of go in circles and discuss our issues, and then we try to resolve them by solving the problem. Seems a little hokey, but hey, they call themselves man. You know, men anger negotiations. There's this one dude, probably the nicest dude, used to be a former white supremacist.
You guys should get along.
We might. Well, he's there to solve his issues, and so am I.
Are you there to solve your issues? Because you just said you had to go.
And I do. I don't think the judge would approve of me not going.
Has the kid's family tried to talk to you?
No, and I don't want them to. Look, I don't owe them anything past what I've already paid.
Stu, you can't have that kind of attitude.
Aaron, I don't believe too many people deserve to die, but I'm not a judge, jury, and executioner, and there's not a day that goes by where I feel remorse for that piece of shit.
Hello? Is this Kelly? Yeah, come on over. Yeah, I'll text you the address. I look forward to it. All right.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Neil.
Gonna invite me in?
Yeah, come on in.
You're a lot bigger in person.
Well, where do you see the size of my...
Okay, let's just talk.
Okay.
How was your day?
Uneventful.
Thanks for inviting me over. It's nice to finally meet you in person.
It's nice to finally meet a girl who doesn't think she walks on water.
Thanks.
Let me shake your hand. Well, we've had a proper introduction.
So, you live with someone? Is that why we're whispering?
Yeah, it's my cousin's friend. She's like really moral, so she really doesn't like people having sex in the house. So.
She sounds boring.
Yeah, but I mean, she's like 23 or something. And, I mean, she's really nice, and she lets me stay here for cheap.
So, what do you do?
I work in a warehouse. We supply trucks. I mean, it doesn't pay for shit, but I don't really have any skills, so... What about you?
I'm a waitress.
Oh, that was a... Oh.
What we both needed.
Yeah.
Do you have rubber?
Yeah, okay, all right.
closet.
I want to fuck you. I want to fuck you in the closet. I want to fuck you in her closet.
So for you new guys, I'm Adam. I come here. My wife goes to church here, so that's why I'm here. But she doesn't actually know that I go to these meetings, though. And if she did, she'd probably just laugh at me. My wife's been cheating on me for several years now, and I thought that coming here last year, I'd deal with the anger that it caused me, but I mean, I go home and I sit around and I think about it and I just get angrier and angrier, and it's to the point now where I just can't take it anymore, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I gave everything up to be with her, thinking that marrying a rich girl would make everything better. I mean, don't get me wrong, I work, but she thinks that just because she makes so much more than I do, that she can do whatever the hell she wants. Feminism is a piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. You got, women who think that they're men, but we're different. I mean, sure, guys back in the day used to run around and cheat on their wives, but I mean, deep down they knew it was wrong, and it didn't affect the home life. You have women now, they run around, cheat on their husbands, and they don't even care. A woman finds out that her husband cheats on her, she thinks that he's a fool. But if your wife cheats on you, guys are different. You get mad. You want to kill the guy. I had dreams too.
Your dreams were pipe dreams, man. I mean, first you wanted to be an actor, then a singer, then a model, an artist, a musician, and then a writer.
I never wanted to be a singer.
Either way, man, why should she support you? I mean, look, you never earned your way. So what? She makes good money. You should be happy she keeps you around.
No, Dan, that's not the way it works.
And tell you what, you ain't nothing but gold digging, cuckold, faggot ass bitch.
Lane, don't use that word, okay?
No, Lane. I married her because I loved her. And I still do love her. But I just can't take what she's doing to me anymore, and if I leave now, I'll be left with nothing. Sure, I'd rather not be broke. I've gotten used to the lifestyle. But why can't she just be faithful to me? We used to have amazing sex. She'd come home from work, or I would, and we'd just be cuddled up on the couch, the whole night. Like, there was no moment where we wanted to detach from each other. And now she gets home and it's hi, a peck on the cheek. She goes upstairs to tell the kids good night, and then she's off in her room. She's all giggling on the phone with some other guy, and I'm just sitting downstairs stewing, and all I can think about is how much I want to find the guy or guys that she's fucking, and I just want to kill him.
Hey Neil, hey, hold up, man. Hey. You wanna go grab some coffee? All right, come on.
All right, well, you're the one who asked me to coffee. What's on your mind?
I don't know, man. It's just what you said before stuck with me, you know?
Hey, don't tell me you're like some sort of self-loathing black man or something.
No,
shit.
nothing like that. It's just that trying to understand where this idea of hate comes from.
You're the Pomegranate. Yeah, I know who you are.
Have we met before?
For a minute, yeah.
Did you tell anyone?
No, man, I'm not that stupid. And plus, I know when to defer to genius.
You call what I did genius?
Yeah,
I call it murder.
It's only murder. You know, in my opinion. I mean, if you make the bombs, but you didn't actually ignite anything, and you didn't really like push a button or anything like that.
Stop.
All right. All right. What if I told you? What if I had somebody who could distribute? Okay. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Just maybe a place to make them hide out, a place where nobody would look.
Where?
A place where nobody would look. Are you in?
I don't know if I have the heart for this anymore, man.
Oh, come on, man. Look, I don't hang with the white supremacists and the skid-hens anymore, all right? Look.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I don't have some sort of deep-seated... Look, you call it hate,
Yeah.
all right? Well, I call it anger. And I call it anger at the things I'm sort of seeing around today. I mean, look, you did a little bit of time, all right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm never going to ask you what for, because it's none of my business, all right?
Okay.
However, the world is not better since you've gotten out, now is it? You've got oil companies destroying entire ecosystems. You've got 12% unemployment. You got jobs shipping off to China and Mexico, and all it is just make shitty toys and stupid shit full of lead, you know, that fall apart like within a couple weeks anyway, you know, and they're just selling it to poor people. Look, what?
If people are dumb enough to buy them, I mean, if people are that stupid to buy them.
I don't think you get it, man. I'm trying to change the culture, man. I mean, you got people making $400 a week and then spending all on headphones or some shit while waiting in line at the Apple fucking store. Just because somebody's name's on the fucking headphones, okay? And then, all right, then they want us, the fucking media, to, you know, only give a shit when some rock star dies or some famous person. You know, when millions of people are dying every day, you know, out on the streets and look, I don't think I need to say anything more about it. I think you understand. You know, some of us want to be a part of something, a part of something larger than ourselves.
I struggle with it.
Why don't you do something about it?
Because we're not in college anymore, man. Look, I left that behind and moved on. I stopped being a cynic, a misanthrope, and just a pure little brat, okay? All this stuff about wanting to save the world, that's some immature shit, man.
Look, it's not about saving the world. I told you, it's about changing the culture. I have connections in Anonymous and in the Animal Liberation Front. And all they need is a supplier. You know, that's all they're asking. All right. Got somebody who can take the money up front. We can actually do something about this. Just think it over.
Hell, maybe I will.
Just let me know, man.
All right.
Like it yet?
Nope. Still not growing on me.
We have tried
red wines, dessert wines, sweet wines, white wines.
Pink?
They call that blush or rosé.
That's stupid.
Why is that stupid?
Why would anybody call it pink when you blush? Don't they call it red when you blush?
I really love you, big guy.
I love you too. I like it when you say you love me when you think I said something stupid though.
How was the meeting with the parole officer?
It was good. He figured he may be able to find me a job, but he said he's not going to be able to pay much. So I figured, hey, I take it. Anything I can contribute above zero is better than nothing.
Yeah, things are getting pretty tight around here. My grocery bill has gone up a lot with that appetite of yours.
No, you can't stay sexy on tofu and water.
Look, you really scared me the other night with what you said about being Brad.
Oh, yeah, about that. Look, I'm sorry I said all that. I feel bad I said it, but I feel more bad, honestly, that I got caught than actually killing a man. I know it's messed up to say, but I want to feel remorse, but I'm far off from it, really far.
I love you, and I've stuck with you, but I want to have kids someday. And I don't want that hate lingering inside you.
I know, baby. I won't let our kids follow down my path.
Hey, Neil. What's going on?
Hi. Yeah, I'm gonna start building some model rockets in your basement. Yeah.
Okay. You could have asked me first.
Well, you see, I thought, because there's just a bunch of gym equipment and storage anyway, I could just kind of clean it up and be ready to work in case you said yes.
That's actually really sweet of you. Yeah, I don't have a problem with you building model rockets in the basement. Are you working with someone?
Yeah, that's the part I wanted to talk to you about. You know how I used to have problems with race and everything, so I thought I could have my friend Stu come over, from the group, and we could, work on the project together.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Look at you, Neil. Making progress. So, actually, I did want to ask you a question. Did you have someone over the other night? Because I woke up and I didn't want to walk into an awkward situation, but I smelled perfume and
I had a woman over last night. I've been seeing somebody, and I didn't want to wake you up.
Why was she over so late?
Because she was.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Look. So you can what? Judge me?
No, I just.
What is there a question you wanted to ask me?
No, I'm just concerned about you.
Look, don't be concerned with me, okay? I appreciate you letting me stay here and everything, but I live a completely different life from you.
Okay, I'm trying, Neil, okay? I made a promise to your cousin, and I just said I'd look out for you.
Look, you are 23 fucking years old, okay? If you were standing in my shoes, you understand why this is goddamn ridiculous. Oh, shit. What is... I'm sorry, alright? Just, Look, I know you're trying to just show concern.
I am. I just, 23 or 33. I want to be there for you.
I know.
So, have your friend over, have many friends over. Just, call me or send me a text message. Okay. I'll see you later. Good luck.
Thank you, sweetheart. Girl was like a goddamn genital wart.
Alright, motherfuckers, listen. So, my name is Lane. Y'all niggas already know that. And I know it sounds like some uppity middle-class white name and shit, but don't be judging me by that. So anyways, here's my fucking beef, right? my mom's and my dad's got divorced, a few years back. And, my dad was kind of a dickhole anyway. He was never around for us. He's always out playing golf, on a business trip, or staying late at the office, just in general. That nigga, man, he was just a dickhead. I really hate that motherfucker.
You know you're white, right?
I never said I wasn't.
It's the way you talk.
Just because you a thug ain't mean you gotta be a different color.
You're not a thug. You're from Oakton.
Yeah, Oakton. Oaktown, nigga. Shit. Listen here, Bubba Ray Cyrus. I appreciate the critique and all, but it's my turn to talk, so do me a favor and shut the fuck up.
Lane, enough with the language, okay? That's it.
My bad. Motherfucker's gotta stop interrupting me. So anyways, as I was saying about my dickhole dad, right? This motherfucker, about a year before him and my mom's got divorced, I learned why that motherfucker was always staying late at the office on business trips. Because he's fucking his secretary. That bitch is 10 years younger than him. So finally he decides to tell my mom, I want a divorce. I'm out. And that motherfucker just disappears off the face of the motherfucking earth. He doesn't call, he doesn't write. Birthdays, he ain't there. Christmas, he ain't there. Day I got my GED, motherfucker wasn't there. Well, about a year or so ago, that motherfucker calls out of nowhere. Says, son, it's been a long time. We gotta catch up. You ought to come visit. I want you to meet your new baby brother. I lost it with that motherfucker. Out of all these motherfucking years, I ain't heard shit from him. And he calls saying that to me? And I say, you know what? I ain't got no brother, because I ain't got no motherfucking father. Stay fucking gone this time, asshole. And I hung up on him. I ain't talked to him since. But that's alright, because me and my mom's, just us together, it was cool. It worked for a few years. Well, my mom works down at the soup kitchen up in Rosslyn, giving soup and bread to the bums and shit. Well, this lady that works with her, she decides to set her up, on a date, blind date type thing. And all of a sudden, this dude comes to the house, and this dude is like 20 years older than my mom. Fucking grandpa looking motherfucker. Well, he comes in, and apparently he has an issue with the way I talk. So to make a long story short, after some heated conversation, I end up slapping that motherfucker right across his face like the bitch that he was. And he said, you need to learn to respect your elders, old man, or I'm not going to come back. I said, listen, old man Winter, nobody motherfucking wants your ass here anyway. And then, we got into it. I said, the only reason my mom's even giving you the time of day is because she ain't had no dick in a while. That's a sad fact, but it's the truth. And then my mom starts crying, which unfortunately means that he's going to stay there and console her. So I just went back down to my room in the basement and stayed the fuck away from them for a while. And they keep getting closer and closer. Finally, my mom tells me, hey, you want to keep living here, you need to come to this group. Sad thing is, it had already been like 8 or 9 months since then. And me and that old fuck ain't gone at each other's throats since then. But it bothered her so much that I gotta come here. And I say, that's already over, it's done with. I hate that motherfucker, but I can deal with it. And she says, no, you want to live in my house, you're gonna come to this group. I think that shit's fucking whack.
I officially hate you.
Man, fuck y'all.
So you have everything there?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. How are the raw supplies?
I think we're all set, but I'm gonna bring in a third party.
What?
His name's Mo. It's short for molasses.
So, what do? You can afford a place like this.
I can barely afford it. And we rent.
But what do you do?
IT contractor. You?
Waitress.
What? What is with these nicknames? First I get Pomegranate by accident.
How's it by accident?
What Aaron, she started talking all this stuff about sweetness and seeds and all this bullshit she believes in. And everybody else was because I put round ball bearings in them. Plus, you don't want everybody knowing your real name.
Yeah, it's probably the same case with Mo. But he's going to get us our connections.
Okay.
Like, he's in deep with all the web stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to do cash transactions through, like, back channels. I mean, no Bitcoins or shit like that.
Awesome. All right.
How did you say you met Neil again?
Dating website. He's a great guy. We've only hung out once, but he said he wanted me to come meet his friends.
Okay.
Look, I can see by the look of the two of you that we're not your kind of crowd, so, like, I'm sorry if this is awkward.
You'd be surprised where we come from. Things haven't always been this great.
Well, molasses kind of sounds familiar. I'm trying to remember where I heard it from. Do you remember a guy named Clydesdale?
Yeah, I think I heard that name before.
Well, the guy's name is Clyde, and he says he has a horse cock, so he calls himself Clydesdale.
Yeah, you ever verify the veracity of that statement?
Only cocks I seen was in prison.
Really? I mean, I know that Stu and Neil met in like an anger therapy thing or something, but I didn't really know what to figure.
I met Stu and fell in love with him immediately. He was so different. I'm pretty sure I'm the first white person he's ever trusted. He was in jail for a little while, but things are so much better now.
So, Molasses wears a mask.
Man, you gotta be shitting me, man. Is that some kind of Virginia tough guy thing?
No, he's not from Virginia. He's from Tampa.
So
he just don't want anybody to know his face or anything like that.
Okay, so he can be trusted then.
Well, yeah, I think so. I mean, he's not even taking 33%. He's just taking 20 and letting us divide the other 80.
It doesn't scare you that he killed someone? I'd be scared if I didn't think he felt any remorse.
So exactly what will you be doing?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, he has the contacts and the supplies, and I'm making the bombs. What about you?
Well, I'm gonna help. Yeah, I mean, I already got us a place, and plus, Liz is gonna believe every fucking thing I tell her.
What lie did you tell her?
That we were hobbyists making rockets. And
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, hello? You there?
Oh, yeah, that's Mo. Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, that's Mo.
You told me about him. I tried to make conversation, but it didn't seem like he was up to reply.
Well, no, it's not that he's not up to it. It's just that he's unwilling to. He wants to kind of keep his identity secret from all of us. You see, this mask thing, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
You see, what Mo's going to do is supply us with enough patent. You see, you said that it was too time-consuming to put it in the lab.
Right.
Well, what he's able to do is get us prescription medications. So it's lintinotrat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
All
right. You ready to make this shit?
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's go.
All right, yeah.
So you pour the hydrogen peroxide and the acetone together to the marks that I've set on these beakers. Ignore the graduated cylinder. That was my pre-measurement. I don't care if you know the amounts as long as you know where to pour. And always look beyond the size of the glass because there's a sort of concave effect that goes on. You want to try to look at the middle line. It's called the meniscus. We pour these together and we toss it into the freezer for about 2 hours. We want to get it down to about 5 Celsius.
So we make it and then we sit here and wait?
No. We're going to make a whole batch of it right now.
Looks like Play-Doh.
It is our Play-Doh. But first we need to finish the TATP. And now we come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yep. They ask to freeze for 24 hours, and you tell Liz to stay the fuck away from it.
And what if I say to her if she asks what it is?
Tell her we're making a big rocket and are making fuel.
How many?
We already have 20 we need to fulfill. 5 to the Animal Liberation Front. How do you think Mo got into all of this?
You can ask him, but I'm sure he won't answer. He didn't even shake my hand or say hello when he met me.
Same here. So after we make these, what then?
Mo collects the money up front. They bring the money to a place he specifies. These orders are for the next week. As the money comes in, the bombs go out. And then we wait for more orders.
So we are looking at roughly 9,000 for each of us this month?
Yeah.
That's not bad. And Uncle Sam could take his share out of my ass.
I just can't envision this causing much damage.
Not designed to take down an entire building, but enough to cause some pretty extensive damage. Put it next to a can of gasoline, and you can definitely burn down a whole building. We can make them bigger and put them in a gallon container if they request it. And I'm sure we will get larger requests. But this is what I do. There it is, though, in all its glory.
There's your pomegranate.
I don't like talking about it because I regret everything that came before. But I don't regret killing who I killed.
No regrets, man. Some people deserve to die.
Yeah, like the troops.
Yeah, well, fuck you, man.
On topic, boys.
Look, I know I'm angry. I guess we're all angry. That's why we're here. But before I get into why I killed who I killed, give you a little bit of my background. I was raised in southwestern Virginia, near a small town and near Blacksburg. And basically, I was one of only 2 black kids in the whole school. You know, it was a private school. Well, before I get into that, my parents, they came from old money, you know. They were early retirees, you know. So their whole dream was to move down there someday. You know, my dad was 51, my mom was 40, and basically, you know, he worked at the defense industry, blowing up stuff, working with explosives. My mom, well, I guess she was a school teacher. I don't really know because I never seen her work. But for the most part, I would see my dad on most days going to get the paper or him sending me off saying goodbye while my mom took me to school. And I always saw him cook me breakfast. So, you know, I guess, you know, money bought you time. So, you know, as far as I went, people assume my parents came from the ghetto. You know, they believe all black people have money, came from a rags to riches story. My parents went to private schools. You know, the whole upbringing was based on the fact that they could do everything that a white person could do. And even when I was growing up, I felt the same way. So later on in my older years, I went to VSU, or Virginia State University. I'm sure none of y'all never heard of that. It was a predominantly black school. And, well, I was angry because of my upbringing. I didn't know who I was or what I was. I had an identity crisis. And basically, when I was in school, in high school, kids would ask me, you know, are you from the ghetto? I'm like, what are you talking about? They asked me, did I like rap? You know, who was my favorite rapper? I didn't even listen to that stuff. So when I get to VSU and I got into some literature, some black power literature, I started seeking out militant groups that can help me deal with this somehow. But again, you know, VSU was really no different than high school in the fact that those kids were insular, so they had a means, while me, I was just angry. You know, I stood out still, even though I did join those groups. But eventually I did meet somebody who, she was from Sudan, and she was beautiful. That's what I remember. She was just beautiful. I didn't like her in a boyfriend type of way, but she was dark, damn beautiful. And basically, she helped me ease the racism that I had in my heart. She helped me deal with that a little bit. I was still angry though. You know, she told me not to be a stereotype, taught me how to relate to people. So she did get rid of some of my racism, but I was still angry. And well, we had a lot of friends. A lot of her friends were white. She was raised in a white household. She was raised Muslim. And basically she was allowed to keep that that whole perspective of herself by her parents. And she taught me not to feed into the racism. But one day, one of her friends who was white raped her. And me being who I was at the time, found out where he was going to school, tracked him down at Virginia Tech, and whooped his ass, stomped his face in. And I knew I wasn't going to stop until I killed him. So, eventually, I got away with it. You know, walked away clean slate. But I met somebody else who I endeared a little bit, and once my secret came out, she told me to confess. I went to the DA's office to confess, and basically he didn't give two cares, because he said the guy that I beat had priors and was a nuisance in his area. But because I confessed, he said he was willing to cut me a deal. So I spent a little time in the joint, you know. Other than that, I walked away scot-free. And here I am today.
That's cold, man. You don't even regret it, do you?
No, I wish I did.
I wish I could have stomped somebody in the face. I used my bayonet. All I ever did was shoot someone from a distance.
Stu, how do you think you're going to get over your anger issues if you don't even regret committing murder?
Look, I'm here as part of my parole. If I can regret it, yeah, maybe. But I'm dealing with this anger. That's why I'm here.
Wow, we already made 20K. Oh my God. Stu's gonna be pleased with that. I'll get it. Who the hell are you?
You Neil or Stu?
What the fuck do you think we do here, man?
I don't know what you do. You guys make bombs, fruit bombs or some shit. I want to
Dude,
place an order.
We can't have the cops crawling up our ass, all right? Look, this is a federal charge, okay?
And nobody's gonna notice me coming around your back door. Probably think I'm doing the freaking gardening or some shit. How much will 50K get me?
All right, so what the hell are you about?
You ever heard of Abu Sayyaf?
No.
Revolutionary group down in the Philippines. My cousins down there got caught up in the fighting.
So by revolutionary, you mean terrorist?
It's coming from the bomb maker.
What's going on?
The Army and the Marines went down there to train up the Filipino forces, root out the Abu Sayyaf. Ends up they were doing a little more than training, sending Apaches and Blackhawks, burn a village to the ground.
Surprise fighting war.
A fair one.
Look, nobody said we had to even the odds, all right? That's why America's America, and that country is full of butt-fucking little boy fuckers.
It's easy to see it that way. The Filipino forces were already winning the battle, and the Americans came in and decimated an entire village. It wasn't just men fighting there. There was women and children.
Look, you sleep with dogs, you just...
Dude, stop. Stop. That's bullshit and you know it. Alright, there's no reason that women and children deserve to die that way. Besides, America just coming in and sticking their nose where it doesn't belong like they always freaking do. My target's recruiting stations. There's no way I'm getting a bomb on a base.
What? Just gonna have some shock and awe? Gonna let off a bomb at midnight? Blow up an abandoned building? Look, man, most kids join the military because they just want to get away from the shitty economy, and not because of patriotism or some shit.
I don't plan on blowing up empty buildings, man. I was like, the shitty economy is no reason to resort to genocide.
Oh, so that's why you went about this in an ass-backwards way. Okay. Alright, well, here's the thing. Alright, I don't have a problem with killing people. I just don't have that moral question, alright? Well, my buddy Stu, however, he's got a problem with it. I need to convince him that this is going to benefit us financially. How connected are you to this organization that's doing the bombing? Now, be honest.
Not very. They didn't really even know about me until they killed my family down there. They didn't exactly have 50,000 lying around.
No, it's 50,000 today, buddy.
It's $100,000 for the whole job. Now, you can give me the $50K you have now, but when you come to pick them up, bring the other 50.
Makes you think I'll pay that much?
Because you don't have any other option. All right, anybody you're connected to could be getting looked at, and they know that. All right. Look, don't come around here again. All right, don't be bringing any attention here. Just be here at 8 a.m. in 2 weeks. Bring your 50K. If you're late, we take the cash and we beat the shit out of you, and you get no bombs. All right? Okay. I guess things are finally looking up.
You've been acting a little different lately.
What do you care?
I care. A little. I care, though.
Look, I'm happy. That doesn't mean I have to start caring.
I mean, I can care a little, can I?
I don't think it'll matter.
Look, we met under messed up circumstances. But don't sit there and try and pretend that you don't like me. And let's not act like you have all these other options either. Oh, maybe you should just go sleep with Liz.
Oh my God, what does that even mean? Look, Liz is a nice girl, alright? Don't start bringing her into this because you're getting attached.
She would never sleep with you, you know that. I just want you to know that.
God. Look, Liz is a really nice girl and she just lets me live here, okay? That's it.
You would sleep with her if you had the chance.
Oh my God, Kelly, I'm not even really thinking about that right now, okay?
My name is Dan, and I'm angry because my little sister is a piece of shit. She don't want to grow up or take responsibility for her life. And since she's the baby, my parents just let her do whatever she wants. Now, she is the only girl in the family, you see, and my brothers, well, there's 3 of us. Well, we had to make our own way. She and I, her name's Alicia, well, we were both surprises. Well, I was supposed to be the only surprise, but, well, a couple years later, Mama got pregnant, and, well, there was Alicia. Now, my oldest brother, oh, he went to college. Paid for himself. Went to law school, paid for that. And started a successful law business down in Missouri. Moved down there for a girl. Now my second oldest is in the Navy. He got out and started his own business, but he's still in the reserves. Now me? I went in the Army. I served 2 tours in Iraq and I was medically retired. Medically retired at 29 years old. I basically can't get a job because of my PTSD. You find something funny about that?
Just keep on talking, man. I'll speak up later.
Oh yeah, real tough guy.
Nah, you were in the Army. You're the only one that's tough.
Well, let's not get sidetracked here, guys. Go ahead and continue. Zeb, take it easy.
Fuck that. I am sick of these assholes thinking they should be rewarded for volunteering and fighting an illegal war.
Well, wait a minute. Now, that's not my fault. I didn't sign up to fight in it.
What year did you join?
2008.
Then you signed up to fight the shitty war. And you think you should be rewarded and applauded for being too much of a pussy to handle some simple shell shock.
Enough. Shut up, Zeb.
So my sister, well, she didn't volunteer to do shit. Well, she went into college. But she went to the college she could only get into. just one. And, well, in college, she kind of got pretty. And the boys, they started paying her some attention. And that reinforced her self-worth. Her delusional self-worth. She thinks she can just smile and get whatever she wants. She actually said that. She has these stupid nicknames for things she does that just annoy the piss out of me.
Nicknames? Like what?
FOMO. Fear of missing out. She's got some other ones.
Well, I got one that you could use for that I came up with for my wife. Cunt. C-U-N-T.
Does that actually stand for anything?
Could use a nunchuck to the throat.
Well, so my sister, she went to college, and barely could make it by. Gets a shitty job, and starts dating guys who, well, could do better.
You really think that?
Hell yeah, I think that. I mean, she thinks she is some catch, and I literally don't get it. I mean, my brothers and I, we're accomplished.
No, you're not. You're a vet sucking off the government teat. How old is your sister?
How does that matter?
It matters because is she old enough to know that you're coming to these meetings and talking shit about her?
Now, that's not even a logical query, but she's 24.
Well, maybe she needed her brother to not go into the desert and kill innocent people. Maybe she needed him to stay home and show her the ways of the world. But you don't know shit, because all you've ever known how to do is follow orders. First, the ones of your professors, and then the ones from your senior officers.
Wait, what the fuck is the matter with you?
It's your night. Fuck it. My name is Zeb, and I have the smallest penis on the planet. Daryl, can we do 2 at a time? I know we don't usually do that.
Well, it's not conventional, but sure. But you didn't say anything about this last year. Last year it was all football and bullshit games.
Okay then. I have a micro penis. It is ½ an inch long. It's caused by a genetic defect where the glands spread out around the skin at the base. I don't have a shaft.
Jesus Christ, man. Yo, all fucking last year you talk about you hate bitches because bitches are bad to you. You never let on that it was just mainly because you got a baby dick. Shit, you even got a baby dick, dude. You got a fucking clit.
Yeah, laugh it up. Problem is, I got enormous nuts. So every time a chick looks at me, they think I got something substantial to offer.
So this wanted interrupting my night?
Yes. Because I'm sick of people like you thinking you should be praised for killing innocent people.
Now let's see. Military wouldn't take you. All balls, no cock.
I would not fight for this shitty country. Every time I see one of you assholes in uniform trying to recruit somebody, I wish someone would come up and kill you.
Come on, man.
No, wait, why not Neil?
Are you serious right now? I mean,
absolutely. Really, what's the difference between them and any mass murderers? Why, because they get paid? We have to listen to the praise of the military, the most oppressive organization against minorities on the planet.
They give minorities jobs.
No, they recruit specifically in economically disadvantaged areas where kids have no parental guidance and they enlist them. They don't give them any real power. They let people like Dan blessed with money and education and all angry at his little sister who smiles like a donut to get her way.
Now she ain't like that.
Oh, sure. Sure. She probably leaves guys with blue balls. Let me guess, that's the case. She lets them spend money, it doesn't supply any trim right. See, I know a family's like this. I see your hands. They're not the hands of soldiers. You're the worst kind because you order people to kill. You represent what's wrong with America. And I feel you, Zeb. He doesn't get it because he was born rich. He's gonna die rich.
I'm hardly rich.
Oh, sure. If you're angry at your little sister, all because she's just a cunt, you probably are rich. Nice acronym, madam. If you die, all of your parents will attend the funeral, and you'll get a candlelight vigil. It's funny. No funeral for Hamid. All he gets is a sand grave. And Zeb, I'm sorry about your small penis, but for relatively obvious reasons, I can't relate. But back to you, Dan. Hamid gets a sand grave. If a bunch of kids die, they get a candlelight vigil. Probably because with a bunch of kids who look like they got killed by some Korean with autism.
Shit. Tell me y'all motherfuckers got that. No one?
If a corporation dies, somebody's heads get put on the stake. If a service member dies, he gets a parade. Do you see how all this ties in?
I have an idea of how you think it ties in.
Because all people who are victims want to be victims. Take Virginia Tech. They have more enrollment the next year after the shooting than ever. They all want to be victims. And you with your PTSD, you're a victim because of that. Your sister, who's a cunt, victim because of that. Let me guess. She has ADD, something like that?
Yes, she does.
There you go. You know what? She'll probably end up spending time in some third world country trying to save some brown or yellow kid, then talk shit on the blog about how she's broke. You know what? Black people steal because they want to be rich. Mexicans kill because they want to be rich. Poor white people cheat welfare because they want to be rich. Hell, Japanese people commit suicide and dishonor because they can't be rich. And here your sister is, you know, in some third world country, begging, talking about she's broke. See, I know people like you. And I'm not even mad people like you get lead bullets. And if that's the only problem you have with your little sister, then that's about as big as it gets. You know what? Honestly, I like to fuck your little sister myself.
What the hell happened?
I guess I haven't been dealing with my anger.
What's the real problem then?
And look at us. Look at who we are. We're crooks and we try to justify it.
Look, we've been crooks for like a really long time. I mean, we're not like master crooks like Mo or nothing like that, but still.
Wait, I know you hold his air mystery around Mo, but I see something sad. Mo doesn't wear that mask to try to hide from us. He wears that mask to try to hide himself from the world.
I don't believe that.
Look, we're all angry, all of us in that group. Look, there's no real reason. We search for a reason, but we're just angry. You know what I like about the bomb making thing, man?
The money?
No, man. I like that I could walk by somebody tomorrow and they don't know me from nobody. And I can destroy something that they hold sacred. Money isn't power. Money makes people let their guard down, get soft. Hell, I'd do this shit for free if I could.
Well, I've got something I want to talk to you about.
Well, this is healthy. Rough night at the meeting?
There was this guy with a micro penis. I actually started digging into this guy who was talking about being a soldier. The micro penis ended up being upset about the football team making fun of him in the locker room about how he got a prostitute and she could have put it, you know, she could have put this condom on him so they used a balloon.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Nope. He was in tears. Look, I got a lot to do tomorrow. I think Neil might have got me in a little bit of shit.
What are you talking about? Is there something you shouldn't or should be telling me?
You know I love you, right?
Yes. I love you too. Your drink making you honest?
You know I love you, right? You know I love you, right?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk out that door. I'm gonna catch the bus to Vienna. I'm gonna sleep on Neil's couch tonight. I'm gonna walk out that door and catch the bus to Vienna and crash on Neil's couch Because right now I'm blabbering and you're going to be mad at me. I don't want you to be mad at me. So we're going to talk about this tomorrow, okay?
No. If you walk out that door, I'll be gone in the morning. I told you. If you went back to your old ways, I would leave you.
But don't you live here? You know I love you, right?
It's a rental. I can pack up my things and leave in the morning. Worry about the debt later.
Baby, I gotta go.
Why are you doing this?
I promise I just promise tomorrow will be way different.
I can't promise.
Promise me.
You need to decide whether or not it's worth the risk. Neil. Stu's here.
Yeah.
Neil.
Yeah.
He's drunk.
All right. What are you doing here, man? So what are you doing here, man?
We can't go through with this.
No, we have to. Okay, look. 1 minute you're a well-oiled machine, and then the next you're going off on some anti-military screed and how we're all like angry and some shit. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Look, we can't go through with this.
Why the hell not?
I saw him.
Saw who?
His brother.
Whose brother?
The guy I killed. I saw his brother before the meeting.
Just go to sleep, or something. We'll talk about it in the morning. Right? Just go to sleep.
Good morning. It's nice to see you sober.
Who are you?
I'm Liz. I own this place that you and Neil are building your dorky ass rockets in.
Where is he?
I think he's downstairs. You guys are having a friend come by? His skank ass girlfriend just left.
Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, she is a skank. You know what? He'd be better off dating you.
You think?
Yeah, if he had any sense. What? You like him?
If I tell you, will you tell him?
You want someone to, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect to fall for somebody who like moved in here.
Oh. Any coffee? Yeah, some of us drink coffee. I'm probably sure you was thinking that I was going to ask for a sweet tea or a 40.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Look, I think he would do good by dating someone different. I think you should take the opportunity when you get a chance to let him know if you can.
Hey man, are you Stu?
Who the fuck are you?
Whoa man, I'm Dory.
So get the fuck out.
I thought you and Neil talked last night and you went off on the troops or some shit.
Man, they're recruits, not troops.
They're gonna be.
Look, I don't know what the fuck you're dealing with, but get the fuck out.
What the fuck, man? Oh!
Oh, God. You fucking monkey!
You fucking gorilla!
What in the hell did you guys do? What is this? Oh. Hey!
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm sorry. Let me put down my gun. Liz, right? Okay. I need you to go upstairs. Can you see my eyes? Look at me, look at me. Chill the fuck out, all right? Go get a bottle, plastic bottle. Cut it real jaggedly. And if anyone comes by, any cop, the sound this made, say it was a dry ice bomb going on. Say some neighborhood kids, whatever, okay? You got me? Comprende? Habla inglés? Get the fuck out of here. What is this? Why were you attacking him?
Yo,
You didn't tell him, did you?
Tell me what, Neil?
Did you go after this guy? You tried to fight this motherfucker?
Yeah. This fucking monkey?
Dude. He already has your bombs.
What? Oh, shit.
Let me guess. You came down there to be the big moralist, right? You go to prison. You make bombs. But now suddenly you're moral. And you can't give bombs to this guy, right? Why? Why can't he have bombs? Who knows?
Oh, shit.
You thinking with your dick, trying to get too much money, trying to impress little hot tits over there, right? Oh, boo-hoo, look at you. You'll both live. You'll be all right. You'll probably go back to prison. You'll probably enjoy it. Maybe it'll make you cellmates. You guys can have a little love affair together. Would that make you happy? Look at this poor idiot. What was he, 23, 24 years old? And I had to shoot him because you're idiots. Well, I'll tell you what. Hope and pray that those bombs blow up on whatever destination they're going to. Because otherwise, that is a dream compared to the nightmare the rest of the Filipinos are going to give you. All right? Imbeciles. Amateurs. That money, leave it. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't talk to your little friends and get in the deep web and say, I need to talk to Mo again. I need distribution. Because you're done. If I see your name show up anywhere, I'll kill you myself.
So we got away with the bombs then?
Came in separate cars. Can I get some more Vicodin?
You should go to the hospital.
No, I can't do that. Besides, I'd have to come up with a good story. You can only cut through skin and muscle, so.
Well, what about Dory's friend, the one who got away with the bombs?
We wait to hear from him.
Well, there's your explanation.
What?
Tell him Stu started acting funny when he asked where Dory's friend was, and that he and Stu both left together, and they stopped talking to you.
If I try to pin this on Mo, he's going to kill me, and they're never going to find the body.
Then pin it on Stu.
She fell for me all this time. And
Don't flatter yourself. I've been known to fall pretty quickly.
I thought you were too good for me. I mean, if I'd have known, I'd have never ended up with Kelly.
What should I do if she comes around asking for you?
Just tell her I left and didn't leave an address.
Isn't that cold?
Yeah, well, I make bombs, so it's not like I got much of a conscience anyway.
I can't believe you used my basement to make bombs.
I can't believe I might get away with it. I may not have to blame Stu or anybody else, though. Look, just one of those bombs, really fragile, really unstable, but 50. I mean, might even blow up in the car on the way out.
Please be home. Please be home.
What the hell happened? Kelly just called. She went to Neil's this morning and she said he just took off and now it says he's gone. What is going on? Where's Neil?
Somewhere. Somewhere probably washing his hands of all of this. Probably watching the news and hoping.
Who does that, Aaron? Who just leaves like that? God, I thought he was starting to like me.
I don't know. They were up to something really weird for a long time. I have a feeling him and Stu were into something really shady.
What, you're okay with that?
No. But I love him.
You know, I was really starting to fall for him, Aaron. I mean, he was a loser.
I guess we all can be duped.
No.
Never fucking tell me.
Make any of the games this season?
Made two or three of them.
Oh, yeah. Same when they played the Redskins.
So you were considered just having a surgery?
I haven't heard anything.
Implants or something?
Me neither.
So what do we do now?
We wait. Hey, you're way to let Kelly off easy, man. Nice of you. She keeps coming around asking have you seen you why you won't talk to her.
I found something better.
Man, you know younger doesn't equate to better.
Just stop it. All right.
Look, so if Dory's people contact you, what will you say?
He ran off and we haven't seen him. Look, he was just a pawn in their game, right? They're not even really going to miss him.
Not going to blame me?
No, I'm not going to.
Sure, because we both so on.
So guys, last meeting, and Andrew never spoke last year, so I'm making him speak this year.
I have a child, and he needs me. I can barely be there for him. My mother had to move in just so that someone could take care of him. Because on a daily basis, I have trouble dealing with anything. I go to work, and I just sit there. No one says anything, but it's been a while. If I don't get out of this funk, they're gonna fire me. It's been 2 years, and I don't feel an ounce better. I thought if I got around people, I'd be able to reconcile my issues, but so far, I haven't been able to. You see, what happened to me is that 2 years ago, my wife succumbed to cancer. One morning she woke up and she couldn't move half her face. A stroke was enough to make me freak out, but I wasn't so lucky. And neither was she. We caught it way too late, and she died. She died quickly. I never really had time to say goodbye. When we first started seeing each other, I'd surprise her occasionally by looking up to where she worked. Her desk was right by the window, and
I'd wear something bright to see if I could get her attention. Sometimes she'd pretend not to notice me, but I could always see the smile start to form on her face, and finally, she'd wave. Sometimes she'd come down and we'd go get lunch, and other times I just kept on walking. When I'm really deep into one of my moods, I'll stop by that same office at night because maybe she's just working late. Maybe that's why she hasn't come home. And maybe if I wave long enough, she'll appear. But she never does. When I'm dreaming, I make love to her. I always wake up before I finish. I spend a lot of nights out. I come here once a week. But every other night, I tell my mom I need some alone time, and I just walk around. I've been out till 3 in the morning, and it's a strange time. It's like this whole other world exists for people in the night shift. You have your overnight security guards who look forward to having someone to talk to. People cleaning the streets. Others that deliver the newspaper to the newsstands. I feel like I didn't know these people beforehand, but I wonder if we all walk around at night because we're all missing something. It's a very real fact that my son needs me, and I haven't been there for him. I come here and I listen to these problems, and somehow it does nothing for me. I want my wife back. And I don't know any other solution to happiness other than her coming back. I feel like sometimes she left me. Not that she died, because the pain feels like I lost her to someone else. And sometimes I blame God. I know, in this setting, we're not supposed to fault God. But what was she taken for? For what purpose? Maybe if I knew the answer to that question, I could get over it. But not knowing is just... it hurts. My little boy is 5 years old. And eventually, I know he won't remember her. No matter what I say, no matter what pictures he sees around the house. Fuck! Why? Why did she have to be taken? A couple more years. We just needed a couple of more years. And then she wouldn't have been forgotten. I guess that's something sad we never really think about. When I'm gone, how do I get him to think of her? If I'd known, I would have taken more video of her. I would have had her write something to him. Does it make sense now why I didn't talk before? Doesn't it, Daryl? Do you see the irony in calling this group man? M-A-N? Because I look around and all I see here are little boys. And one of these boys barely has a cock. Hell, Zeb, I'll give you some insurance money to have a vagina put in. You'll make an ugly woman. But I think you'll be happier. Adam, you're a complete pussy. And I don't blame your wife for banging someone else. I wouldn't mind breaking a piece off myself. My kid could use a new mom. And Dan, the world would be a better place if you'd been blown up by an IED. Stu, Neil, you two should just fuck and get it over with. How much self-loathing can two people have? And Lane, my man, I like you. You get it. You know how it is to be hurt by someone being gone. You hide it behind this weird persona, but I can see the pain. Good luck to you. The rest of you can all go die for all I care. Bunch of useless garbage.